tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
And a good finally Friday to you. Welcome to Newsfeed Now. We've got some of the most talked about stories trending right now around the South, and we start with the weather. The weekend is here. I need it, you need it, we all need it, and we all want to know, what's it going to be like Saturday and Sunday? Will it keep us inside watching movies or give us a chance to get to the park, the golf course, or maybe just go shopping? Well, if the snowfall in Los Angeles yesterday was any indication, expect the unexpected, unless that is you are a meteorologist, which we have two on the show today to chat about the possibilities of severe weather in the South. John Bryant joins us live from Memphis, Tennessee. Hayden Nix is in for us in Little Rock, Arkansas. John, let's start with you. What do we know about this pattern that is really sweeping through the South from Texas all the way over to Alabama right now?
Well, I can tell you my biggest concern in the short term is flooding. We had Tupelo, Mississippi saw over 6 inches of rain in less than 24 hours. And that area is prone to see some possibly an additional 5 to 6 inches, if not more, in local spots. That's our main concern right now.
Seen flooding all across the South. Hayden, one thing that I know, as you get into these massive temperature swings, that's when the threat for severe weather increases. Is that what we have? Is the recipe there to make something over the weekend?
And that's what we're keeping a close eye on. We've been keeping a close eye on this for the last several days here. When you've got that battle zone of warm and cold air, you get these warm temperatures coming in, especially with the warm waters off of the Gulf of Mexico. When you start to see that working its way inland, and then these cold fronts that are still working their way out of the northwest and packing some Arctic air with it, you see that setting up. That's what we're looking at here, is kind of that orange area being the greatest risk for severe weather on Saturday. But as John mentioned, the flooding threat, is just as significant as the possibility of seeing some damaging wind and some isolated tornadoes as well.
All right, John, so back to you. As we look at the possibilities into tomorrow, moving on from the flooding risk, where's that area that you're kind of focused on that we could see a little bit more in the area of severe weather than maybe some other areas here?
All right, well, right now I'm looking at northwest Mississippi, southeast Arkansas. And really, here's the deal. The wind dynamics are just incredible. They're so impressive. What I don't want to see tomorrow morning when I get up is sunshine, because that is going to create instability. And if we see any sunshine, that's when we could get the discrete supercells. And those storms are the ones that create your long track, really strong tornadoes. So if we could just keep it cloudy, because it really hadn't seen the sun much at all here in the last several days. It's just been a rain event. And while I don't want any more rain for these folks that have seen so much flooding, I also don't want the sun at all, because if we see that, we could get some of those strong, discrete supercells.
All right, so back over to you, Hayden. This is not one of those situations that we have seen over the years, whether it was in Tuscaloosa or Joplin or even Valonia, Arkansas, where there is this threat that people are really keeping an eye on. This is one, like John was just mentioning, of these pop-up-ish situations.
Yeah, each weather pattern that evolves, like you said, the Joplin or Tupelo, those are unique situations in themselves with those weather patterns here, but we all identify with how they may shape up or relate to one another in those conditions there. And this is going to be one of those where we've got to watch out. We've got a high shear, which just means a lot of wind embedded inside of it, but low cape, which is energy that a thunderstorm needs. Those types of environments create a very messy forecast as far as how these thunderstorms can develop and evolve over time. They can be quick and strong over a short period of time and produce those quick spin-ups. Certainly something that we're going to keep a close eye on for tomorrow. But this is something that we look at as far as a forecast guideline with these weather patterns. And then we've been keeping a close eye on this for the last few months with how weather patterns have evolved. 6 to 8 days out, we can just recognize what it looks like. Could it be similar to certain events in the past? 4 to 5 days out, we start to see consistency. 2 to 3 days out, we start to learn timing impacts. And now we're in that 1 to 2 day out time frame where details are being fine-tuned and we're starting to locate where that worst threat is going to be. And like John was saying, that's northwest Mississippi to southeast Arkansas.
John, very quickly, what's the major threat right now? Is it these isolated tornadoes or is it wind? What's it going to be?
I would have to say right now it's flooding, because we know it's already occurring. We don't know yet if this is going to be a tornado outbreak situation. Sometimes everything lines up. I'm multitasking here. I'm watching Midday, our own Midday show. That's why I'm looking away. But sometimes everything can line up, and then you don't have the outbreak. But we know we have the flooding right now, and that's a killer, too. I mean, schools are out today in some of our counties. So you can have more flood deaths than you can tornadoes. But obviously, that is a concern. It's a big concern. It's why our weather staff is going to be watching this constantly over the next 36 hours. If we have to staff all night, we will. That's what we do to make sure that, if there's a warning issued, we're there for our viewers. So, yeah, flooding is the main concern. But, if I look at all the models when I get in and then I see sunshine tomorrow, tornadoes are going to be a huge concern. Some of our worst tornado outbreaks in the Mid-South, at least in our area, have been in February. So that is a serious, legitimate concern.
John, thank you so much. We're going to let you go. We appreciate you taking the time to get you to forecasting there in Tennessee. Hayden, before you go, percentages. I know a lot of meteorologists like to put a percentage on what we could see. Percentages that severe weather could hit somewhere in the south part of the United States.
Well, right now we're looking at, like I said, that zone of northwest Mississippi to southeast Arkansas. I'd say tomorrow your odds are unfortunately in good favor of seeing a severe weather threat unfold, and the timing of that is going to be from noon into the early afternoon hours. But something I wanted to mention and kind of echo off of what John said, with all of this heavy rainfall, we could see a minimal severe weather outbreak, which would be a good thing. But the winds coming in behind this cold front, they're actually expected to be anywhere between 15 and 25 miles per hour. We could have gusts up to 30 to 40 miles per hour. So non-thunderstorm wind gust could create a lot of the power outages and damages that we may see Saturday night into Sunday, because we've got trees toppling over from the grounds being so wet. So that's something else that we're keeping a close eye on.
Hey, Nix, thank you so much. Okay, that's kind of what Newsfeed Now is all about right there. We took a topic and we kind of dissected it. Look, we're supposed to only go 5 minutes. We're 6 minutes in because we knew that that was important for all of you watching in the South. We're going to continue that going. We're going a little bit different direction right now. Over the last decade, many of us have kept an eye on suspected terrorist organizations around the world, from Al-Qaeda to ISIS. Well, recently a woman in Alabama left this country to join ISIS in Syria. And now the U.S. State Department says she can't come back to the U.S. In fact, a statement went out as far as to revoke her citizenship. Drew Petrimo has more.
Hoda Muthana grew up in Hoover, Alabama. Her family was active in the local mosque, but the family lawyer Hassan Shibli says Muthana's life was sheltered.
Her mom didn't really let her have a lot of friends, and I think she tried to find belonging online.
And it was online that Shibli says Muthana became radicalized.
It's no different than how sex traffickers and gangs and violent criminals really prey on vulnerable young youth and recruit them.
In 2014, at age 20, she used college tuition money to leave her family and country to join ISIS in Syria. 5 years later, Muthana sits in a squalid Syrian refugee camp with her 18-month-old son. Shibli is trying to bring them back to America.
Pompeo released a statement.
But this week, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo struck a major blow to that effort, saying Muthana is not a U.S. citizen and will not be admitted into the United States. The State Department says Muthana's father was a foreign diplomat from Yemen when she was born in the U.S., exempting her from automatic citizenship. Muthana's family says the diplomatic service had ended before she was born. But they don't dispute Muthana's previous extremism. On Twitter, she had promised to burn her passport and called for terrorist attacks on Americans. Don Bremer is a former naval intelligence officer.
She completely committed treason and conspiracy. People like to play the victim, especially when you're trying to ask for forgiveness.
She's not asking for a get-out-of-jail-free card. She's acknowledged that she has made horrible mistakes.
Shibli says Muthana has changed her beliefs and now wants to be an advocate against extreme ideology. And he says she's ready to submit herself to the American justice system, even if that means facing prison. In Washington, I'm Drew Petrimo.
All right, Drew, thank you so much. Right now we are working to call Drew. I'll show you exactly how the show works, kind of behind the scenes stuff. You saw it pop up there. Drew Petrimo now joins us live from Washington, D.C. Drew, this is one of those situations, to be quite honest, that a lot of folks here in the South worry about. Someone being radicalized. If you're there with us right now, kind of respond for us.
Yeah, I think that that's the concern. Even when we talked to the naval intelligence officer, he said that that is one of the things that he worked on when he was in his service, is trying to create profiles of domestic terrorists and people that had pledged allegiance to terrorist organizations. He said that there's a process for questioning these people. seeing what kind of information they possibly have, and then giving some kind of assessment on how dangerous they could possibly be. He says that, obviously that's a process that the government can go through, but in this case, the question is whether or not we ever get there.
Drew, I want to give you a heads up. We're kind of having a little bit of difficulty with your video, but we are hearing you okay, so no problems there. I want to ask you about this idea of radicalization. It seems like in this piece that there were some concerns that maybe this was forced upon this woman. Is that a concern in Washington, or is it to the point where, look, like it was said, treason has been committed, and that's the route we have to go as a country right now, despite the radicalization or maybe forced radicalization?
Well, I think there's always that concern here in Washington, whether it be foreign influence, where you have an organization like this that's overseas that tries to recruit people into their extreme ideology, or if you have domestically, where you have racist organizations or other nationalist organizations that try to influence people with their ideology. The question is here, she was an adult. She was 19 years old when she went over there. She made a conscious decision to leave the country and join a terrorist group. And that, while she wasn't necessarily out on the battlefield fighting, her leaving and joining and pledging allegiance to them, and in fact encouraging attacks on Americans over social media, there are people out there that would say that that is treason, and to be honest, her and her lawyer, they are not necessarily saying that she shouldn't be punished for that. They want her to come back, face the U.S. justice system, and that she's willing to submit herself to whatever punishment the government decides.
Drew, what are the chances that that happens, and what are the chances that she could get her citizenship back into the United States?
Well, what you have now is an interesting question of, was she ever actually a citizen? She was born to a Yemeni national father who was in the United States as part of a diplomatic mission. The U.S. government says that his service was still continuing when she was born, and therefore is not subject to the automatic citizenship guarantees of the 14th Amendment. Her lawyers argue that the diplomatic mission had already ended, and that therefore she was born to somebody who was living in the United States and is subject to that jurisdiction. So there's a discrepancy, and this doesn't just date for the Trump administration that's making this argument that she was not a citizen. When she first left, that was during the Obama administration, and the Obama administration actually made the argument that she was not a U.S. citizen when she left over there and made that notification. So there's some discrepancy on actually when her father's service as a diplomat ended and whether or not she was ever actually a citizen, and that's where this is going to hinge.
Drew, thank you so much for reporting for us live out of Washington, D.C. Interesting stuff there. You can obviously find more on our Twitter page and on our website. What do these names have in common? Shakespeare, J.K. Rowling, Agatha Christie, Dr. Seuss, Stephen King, and Michael Crichton. Well, you know them. They're authors. They're best-selling authors. Now you can add 10-year-old Nia Meyer Reese to the list. She's written 3 books. Most recently, she's made the Amazon bestseller list. Hillary Simon has more from Birmingham, Alabama.
Nia Meyer Reese is just your average 10-year-old girl. She is a guinea pig named Peanut.
Peanut, look.
She likes video games.
Hi, I'm Nia Meyer.
Oh, and she's a famous author.
It's called Inspiration.
Her 3 books all have a theme.
To one, treat people the way you want to be treated, and to just be kind.
Her first book, titled How to Deal with and Care for Your Annoying Little Brother, made a bestsellers list. Then came Bully at School, a bully's perspective.
You can kind of see both sides and like how they make one huge, beautiful blow-up story.
All of these ideas start in a journal.
I really can't keep up with the ideas that's coming out of her head. She has books, she has businesses on the inside of her, and I mean, actually really good ideas. And I'm thinking, honey, you need your own assistant.
Then came her 3rd book, The Sore Loser, Don't Be One, another recent Amazon bestsellers.
I feel like I have accomplished a superhero mission, yet I also feel pooped.
Pooped because this girl's traveling all over to see her supporters and sign books. Her mother says those moments are priceless.
When you see that inspiration light in those kids' eyes, when they see someone that looks just like them.
Book 4 is already in the works, but of course it's a secret.
Nothing in my life plan for, let's see, 2 years expected this.
Joins us now live from Birmingham. Hillary, she's got a 2-year plan at 10 years old. She's doing things of superheroes in movies. How special is Nehemiah?
Yeah, I mean, it makes you question yourself. She's 10 years old and she's written 3 books, and you're like, what am I doing with my life?
What is that impact she's hoping to make? Obviously, schoolmates, classmates, or being able to read the words here and really make a change in their own lives. But also, Nehemiah is impacting kids around the country, if not around the world. What is that impact she hopes to make?
Yeah, the impact I think she wants to make, and she told me, was she wants to, it's all about kindness. She wants, you know, all of her books kind of focus on like not being a sore loser, being a good friend, being a good older sister. She's just talking about being that kind person. And I love that she's only 10 years old and she's thinking about these really important topics about bullying and accepting others. It's quite remarkable.
Conceptually, these are not things only for kiddos. This is something we all could learn.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just talking with her for 30 minutes or so, she really taught me a lot. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, gosh, you're 10 years old. And I feel like you could already like lead a seminar. And the funny thing is, she wants to be a teacher when she grows up, not an author. She said the author is like, she's like, it's always going to be permanent in my life, but I want to do something else. I'm like, gosh, you already have a job lined up for you.
She's a 10-year-old with a job lined up, a side hustle, and a 2-year plan. Doesn't get much better than that. You got to keep sharing the stories of Nehemiah for us, Hillary.
Oh, yeah. And guess what? She's already working on a 4th book,
nice.
Too.
Awesome.
So.
All right, Hillary reporting for us out of Birmingham. Hillary, thanks for that motivation. We appreciate it. We needed it on this Finally Friday. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. 8 feature films are vying for the most coveted award in movies. Best Picture, from a black and white film to a biopic on Freddie Mercury to a true story about a black police officer joining the KKK to a Marvel movie that made history. There's a lot going on. But this year's Oscars, well, they're not void of controversy. There's no host for the show. I mean, I would have been free. I would have made myself free for that. I should have called my agent. Here's David Daniel with a preview of the 91st Annual Academy Awards.
Courtesy of EarthCam, we can see the preparations on Hollywood Boulevard for Sunday's Academy Awards. Now let's check our crystal ball for what'll happen inside the Dolby Theater. Roma is ready to make Oscar history. The experts at GoldDerby.com say Alfonso Cuarón's epic is the overwhelming favorite to win Best Picture, the first foreign language film ever to do so.
This gentleman says that I'm not permitted to dine here. I'm afraid not.
If any film can top Roma for Best Picture, it's probably Green Book, although it's much more likely that film's top prize will be Best Supporting Actor for Mahershala Ali, his 2nd Oscar in 3 years.
Don't paint me as a victim. I am much more interesting than that.
Glenn Close's Best Actress nomination for The Wife is her 7th career Oscar nod, and she's never won, a streak expected to end Sunday.
I didn't know it was fancy dress, Fred. You look like an angry lizard.
You've got to make an impression, darling.
Best Actor nominee Rami Malek made a big impression as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. He's expected to become the first actor of Arab descent to win an Oscar.
This is a sacrament. And no, I ain't lost my mind.
If Beale Street Could Talk is Regina King's first on-screen feature film role in nearly a decade, and it's likely to bring her an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. We'll see who's the toast of Hollywood at the 91st Academy Awards Sunday night. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
All right, David, thank you so much. Michael Cook is our movie expert. He's voted in many other award shows. Michael, what is your pick for Best Picture?
Well, I think the one that will win will be Roma, as was mentioned just a moment ago, from the director of Gravity, Alfonso Cuarón. It tells the story of early 1970s Mexico City. It's basically a semi-autobiographical in that it tells the story of his life, but it's really seen through the eyes of their maid slash housekeeper slash nanny, the young woman who takes care of their family, who's a part of their family, but yet is not a part of the family because she is basically the domestic help. And it's a movie that unfolds. Some people call it slow, I would say, but I think it's one of these, I like the world unfold because if you have the patience to watch it, it really sticks with you and you really think about it long after you've finished watching it.
I've watched half of these films nominated for Best Picture. One that really stuck with me was Black Klansman.
Yes.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was well done. I thought it was one that really made me think throughout. It was comical, it was entertaining, it was historical. I like this for Best Picture. I want to pick a couple of upsets. I like this one a lot.
I would agree with you on that. That's actually my number 2 pick if there were to be an upset. You and I are in agreement on that one. Directed by Spike Lee, stars, there you see John David Washington, who's actually Denzel Washington's son. The story is based on a true story of a police officer who impersonates, on the phone at least, a member of the Ku Klux Klan. But Adam Driver plays the person plays the person who actually goes to meet with them. It is funny, very well done, and look, I think Spike Lee is long overdue for an Oscar. He's made some of the best American films since the 1990s. I would like this one to win, but Roma really seems to have that momentum going into Sunday's show.
And you really don't see a lot of surprises when it comes to the Oscars. I mean, usually these things, you guys who predict this, usually get them right.
Usually, usually, but I would say, I would agree with you, but the one big upset, don't forget, was Moonlight a couple years back, which beat La La Land, of course, made famous because they announced the wrong winner with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway on stage. But yeah, typically you do have a sense, at least for the Best Picture going into it, who the front runner is.
All right, we're running out a little bit of time, but I do want to get into your actor and actress. Who do you have in each of those categories?
For actor, I think Rami Malek wins it.
I agree.
Portraying Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. He does an amazing job portraying this rock god of the 1970s and 80s with these hits that we all know and love. It's so good to the point, if you watched a video of Freddie Mercury or Rami Malek, you couldn't tell which one was which. He is that good. I think he wins this one. For Best Actress, I would put my money on Glenn Close. This is her 7th nomination. She's nominated for The Wife. A lovely story. It's a heartbreaking story at times. She's the wife of a world famous novel writer, and they share a deep secret that is revealed throughout the course of the movie. That really, it's just lovely, and she deserves the Oscar.
How crazy am I if I said, if I was in Vegas and I was putting money, I would put money on Lady Gaga?
I think you would probably lose that particular bet. I think, Lady Gaga did a fantastic job portraying the up-and-coming pop star, rock star. But I think members of the Academy think in some ways she's kind of playing herself. I mean, she's playing a talented singer. It's not too much of a stretch, but Oscar nomination worthy, but I don't think this is her year.
But she leaves with a statue. She's got to win for Shallow, the song.
Exactly. I think that's almost a lock. That's one of my favorite Oscar-nominated songs in a long, long time.
All right, Michael Cook reporting for us. Michael, thank you so much. Very quickly, we want to interact with you, and I did put out my picks on social media, on Twitter, with the hashtag newsfeed. Now, I'm going to read a few folks who have given me their thoughts. Jacqueline up in Northwest Arkansas. She likes Black Panther for Best Picture, and she likes Regina King for Supporting Actress. That is, Michael, if I'm right, that is If Beale Street Could Talk, right? Okay. Yancey told me that he likes Roma, Rami, and Glenn Close, exactly what Michael picked. Greg gave me Best Picture of Green Book. Best Actor is Rami Malek. I think everybody's going to say that. Best Actress of Lady Gaga. If you have anything to say about the Oscars or anything we have commented or talked about here on Newsfeed Now, follow me. It is at Aaron Nolan News. Use the hashtag Newsfeed Now, and we'll have some fun there on social media. Thank you so much for choosing Newsfeed Now for your cell phone viewing pleasure at 11 o'clock. Have a great weekend. We'll see you right back here on Monday. See you guys.